Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Crusader 5.5-inch SP. It's the Tier 7 British SPG and we're located on the north spawn of Ruinberg. And the name of the commander is MCHammereD. Now this is a replay from 2016 and he's not going to move very far to his firing position. He didn't have to move very far on Ruinberg back then. And he's starting to aim at the enemy already. And he's using the overhead because back then we didn't have battle assistant. It was something new. So he's looking for... Oh, he has got battle assistant. Sorry. Yes, he did have it. My mistake. Well, that's something new. Okay, T-67 moving very rapidly. Fires around him but doesn't get a hit. Oh, look at those enemy targets over there. It's T-29. Tier 7 American. Dialing in. This is a Tier 7 game. Almost loaded. Is he still there? Round out. Yes, he is still there. The shell disappeared without an explosion, so the T-29 must still be in that spot. I don't think he's there anymore though, because I just saw some destruction nearby. So I think he's pulled back. Now, it's KV-85. That's a Tier 6 Soviet heavy. Trying to get a shot on him. No, it's difficult with those houses in the way. The old version of Ruinberg, it was just as difficult as it is today to try and get shots through the houses. Oh, that T-67, he's actually poking that window. If we can put a shell through the window, and he's dead anyway. So, VK3001H, we're dialing in. Somebody is in the cap. It's an encounter battle. Okay, round out on the VK. Oh, sizzle! 219 hit points, good shot. He had it virtually fully dialed in, but he's reloading. And there's the enemy Arty, the M12. He's going to go for that in preference because he knows how much damage the M12 can do. It's a Tier 7 American SPG. And it's taken some damage already, but he's almost ready to shoot. Going back to the VK. Oh, landed nearby, but didn't do any splash damage. He's dialing in on the 3001, but he's been killed. There's the Leopard. In fact, both of the enemy Arty has now been spotted. And this is pre 9.18, so there's no stun. The Arty can do considerable damage. Fires around in at that SU. No, he's behind the house, so he didn't get any splash. Okay, now there is somebody in the cap area, but he's not in the cap anymore. But he's going for that KV-85 and he looks like his platoon mates hit him. Platoon mates in a Cromwell. Can you get a shot on that A44? Let's pull forward. There he is. Round out. Well, it landed nearby the enemy, but I'm not sure if it did any damage. And we just lost our Stewie Mill to the KV-85. He's headed this way. We've got our Cromwell up there spotting for us, so hopefully he'll be able to tell us where the T150, the KV-85's gone. Okay, he's re-aiming. Where is he? There he is. Okay, dialing in. Our teammate just lost a considerable amount of health. He's putting forward to shoot again. Oh, Amarak, he blew up. Fires around in. Oh, it went to one side. That wasn't very good. Okay, he's going to have to move because there's nothing between him and that KV-85 and he's going to be headed this way. The other Arty, which is a gorilla, needs to get out of there quick. I'm not sure he's aware of the situation. If he doesn't move, he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, the one thing about the Crusader is it drives backwards. In fact, actually, the front of the tank is where the gun is, and the back is where the engine is normally. So you can actually fire backwards on the move, and I've actually seen a Crusader SP fire at an enemy who was pursuing it and kill them. which is amazing to say the least. Now he's trying to aim, but unfortunately he's got a red line because that's the buildings are in the way. So he's crawling forward. Now it goes in reverse very, very slowly, and he's actually headed in reverse at the moment, even though it looks like he's going forward. And there's a KB85 coming in on the cap, and oh, he was just taken out by our Oni. In fact, it's an amazing shot because the Oni was over near the centre line. And MCHammereD's heading into the cap area. There's nobody in there except our guys, so he might be able to... Oh, almost turned himself over there. He might be able to get into the cap and then turn to face the enemy. And there's an AMX 12 ton coming into the cap area. Can he derp him? Oh no, misses. Now he's got a long reload, and that AMX could come over here and decide to take it out on MCHammereD. Or is he going to reload and go round the corner and hit that Hellcat? Here comes the Hellcat. He's going to have to water aim. No, he's going to pull away. Okay. Go back to the cap. Oh, well, the Hellcat's been wiped out. Question is, where's that AMX 12 ton? No, he's not behind us. If he comes around that corner, we could probably derp him the moment he does. We just don't know where he is. Oh, there he is! He's behind you! I'm not sure if MCHammereD realises the danger he's in. No, the enemy's firing at him! Twice he's fired and missed. Now, the AMX 12 ton actually has 4 rounds in the magazine. Fires around him, manually aimed. Unfortunately, again, it misses. And there's an A44. Oh dear, this is going to be dicey. He's rather slow and he's still reloading. The AMX 12 ton's going to come in any second. He's going up to the corner. I think he's going to try and derp that AMX 12 ton. No, he's going in reverse. Don't turn over, whatever you do. Back then they did have the physics to turn over. Well, the AMX is not coming around the corner. Not yet. Lining him up for a shot. Oh, there he is. Well, he's actually going around the outside. There's the A44. Oh, he derps him for 63. But he did take a round into the tracks. It was tracked, so he's having to repair his tracks now. Long time to wait. Okay, he's fixed his tracks. Now he's still going forward, which is basically reverse. So ideally he needs to turn around and go the opposite direction. That's it. Got it right now. Ooh, I wonder if he's going to use the wreck as cover. Assuming that the AMX 12 ton comes this way. There he is. Yes, he is coming. Oh, he's fired and he's missed. Can he derp him? Oh, yes. Beautiful. And the enemy is capping. Now, the last enemy is the T-29, the one that he hit right at the start of the battle. So he needs to stay behind this wreck. He is aiming at the enemy though. He could drive away in reverse very, very quickly. He's aiming for him, reloading, going to overhead or to battle assistant. Pulling back a little bit, get the shot right. That's it. Pulls, fires a round in. Unfortunately, he took that round into the main body. Yep, so he took a big hit there. Going back to battle assistant? Not yet. He's manually aiming. This is difficult. Okay, he's locked on. Fires around and misses. He needs to get out of there quick because that T-29 can just drive over and shoot him. In fact, that's what I think he's going to do. Although he has taken a hit. Can he derp him? Well, as soon as he's reloaded, yeah, but is he going to be reloaded in time? Okay, he's loaded. Oh, yes! Wins the game! Derps the T29. Lovely. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. It was only a second-class tanker for MCHammereD in the Crusader 5.5-in SP, but he did pick up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, screw incapacitations or mortal damage. He got 8, and a duelist badge for taking down 2 of the enemy who did damage to him during the battle, which of course would be the T29 and the AMX 12-ton. But he also picked up a Stark's medal. He lost over two-thirds of his hit points. He killed at least 2 enemy. He survived the battle to win after receiving 2 hits. And yep, so he fulfilled all the conditions to get a Stark's medal. And these are difficult to get. I've actually had many occasions where I've actually thought that I had lost 2/3 of my hit points, but I didn't receive more than 2, or at least 2 hits to actually qualify. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the Oni. He managed 2,700 hit points. The enemy, A44, 2,240. And he was killed by MCHammereD. So, yes, it was quite nice to take him out. In fact, actually, he was only in 6th place with 813 hit points here. But when it came to kills, he was just behind the T37, who managed 6. He came in with 3 kills. So did the Oni. And so did the M18 Hellcat. When it comes to base XP, it was the T37 again who managed to get the highest amount, followed by the Oni, then the Tiger 1, then MCHammereD with 620. He fired 14 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration, 2 splash. Damage of 813 hit points, of which 552 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits from the enemy. One was penetration, one was the non-penetration. The non-penetration was actually from the AMX 12-ton, who actually hit his tracks, and the A44, sorry, that hit his tracks, and the penetration was from the T29. That was the one that did most of the damage. He killed damage 4 of the enemy, he killed 3 of the enemy, and did damage assistance for 103 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 19,637 credits, and after repairs, ammunition resupply, he took away 6,712 credits. He received 930 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 1,860 experience points altogether. But I think you'd agree that he was fairly cool with those shotguns, although I think it might have been a little easier for him if he'd locked on auto-aimed at some of those enemy to ensure that he got a direct hit every time. As with other Arty players, when you actually try and do it manually, you try to manually aim and you can sometimes quite easily miss. There again, there are times when you need to manually aim because you don't want to auto-aim at something that's around a corner, because it will turn the vehicle towards the corner instead of actually aiming at a point just ahead of the corner, so when they come around the corner you hit them smack on. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.